When you think back at Chelsea's manager history, there are certain ones that will have a special place in your heart because they done tremendous job here, helped us winning trophies, but they also had the love and passion for the club and really tried to do the absolute best they could and improve every single day at the job. And the one I'm thinking of is of course Super Tommy T, Thomas Tuchel. So in this video I'm gonna focus on why I would want the owners to swallow their pride and bring him home. Chelsea Football Club hasn't had the easiest season at Bayern München. He lost the title to an invincible Bayer Leverkusen that did something very special. Of course, Tuchel could have done things better himself. There are things he needs to improve as a manager, of course. I'm not gonna neglect that, but he's still doing Champions League. Gonna play semi-final against Real Madrid, and he knocked out an informed Arsenal side in the quarter-finals despite Bayern Munich completely out form. So the first reason I want to have Tuchel back is because I think he's a super tactician. He can come up with different game plans to beat each level opponent on day. That's really crucial if you want to go far in European competitions or domestic competition, but for that matter in the as well. Of course, he has to improve how he's using strikers and how he's gonna break down low blocks and become a bit more unpredictable. That's something he should improve, but he can come up with all kinds of tactics. He's very versatile, can change depending on the opponent we're facing. That is something that he is really good at, absolutely elite on when it comes to that. So making tactical changes, that's something he's definitely not afraid of. We've seen him using 3 at the back, 4 at the back as well. So he got a couple formations in soccer that he can use. I think he also can adapt to certain situations. He has been in many big clubs now and he performed to very high standards in all of them, you can say. And he has been able to adapt to the teams and come up with different sort of systems to play. And he's someone that, you know, also wants to keep possession. He likes to play with his typical German high press to win back possession, constantly having high energy throughout the field, making it so difficult for opponents to go on counterattacks. And he can also claw out games by keeping clean sheets when you have to. And another reason why I really want Thomas Tuchel back is that I think he's really good at developing players. Say he's not that great with youth, but I think he is. It's just that he has been at PSG, Bayern München and at Chelsea where you have to win, that he hasn't really had that priority to focus on them. But I absolutely believe he can develop youth players if he gets the time to do so, which he would get under these owners. Got up Chalobah in Chelsea, got Reece James Mount to play some stunning football, yeah, so I think Pochettino, not Pochettino, you see, he's in my mind constant. I really believe Tuchel can develop youth players and develop just players to reach their prime and other players in the team as well, even if they're squad players, by his training methods and how he can really communicate to the players, alright, this is where I want to improve. He's a very honest guy, a very demanding guy, a smart one. And in his training sessions, he likes to have his players being put in difficult situations, and they're gonna try to figure out how they can solve it together. And that's really good when it comes to decision making out there on the pitch, because Premier League is going so fast out there that you have to know what you're gonna do before you receive a pass. Tuchel is expert in developing that aspect of the game, so we will be good in the build-up phase. We will be good when team is pressing us high because we can play through that press as well. So that's another reason why I keep developing players, especially when it comes to decision making out there on the pitch. And also think that Tuchel is an innovative person. He wants to constantly seek new ways of playing and things where he can improve his team performances. He's a guy that is brave in that aspect. That's where I think, and he's someone that also performs when he has high pressure on him. We've seen that obviously through the Champions League. And if we're gonna talk about his experience and what he really has achieved, well, when he was at Dortmund, he actually won them the DFB Pokal. He got them to both a second and a third place. The Bayern München that was back then was literally unstoppable. So I think he did a great job there. Then when he was brought into PSG, he made them won 2 consecutive titles, a couple of cups, so total of 4 trophies, and he got them to a Champions League final versus Bayern München where he lost in 2020. And PSG struggled with a lot of injuries that season, but he shown he could adapt and still claw out and getting results throughout those seasons. And at Chelsea, we know he won Champions League, Club World Cup, he won Super Cup as well, 3 major trophies. He finished Champions League consecutive 4th and 3rd place. And as I said, in the second season, he actually had an injured Kanté that missed 60% of the games. And James Chilwell were constantly out. The same was with Kovacic. He had to play players out of positions. He had to use a Malang Sarr, and we still managed to beat Tottenham. Thomas Tuchel, you shouldn't really underestimate this guy. Of course, there isn't a perfect manager out there. He isn't perfect. There are things he needs to improve at. But there are some qualities I really admire Tuchel, and that's why I think he's elite manager. Another fun fact that he did really well at PSG is he got them to have the second best point ratio in their history after Laurent Blanc. So that he got sacked by PSG and Dortmund, etc., is because he simply fell out with the board and there was massive drama behind the scenes. That was the same case with Todd Bowley here, and at Bayern München, where there has been total chaos in their boardroom too. But I think Thomas Tuchel has now massive experience at top clubs. He has an elite mentality, and that translates to the players. He's constantly honest, constantly demanding more, but he's also a very likable person, has a fantastic personality. He's so passionate. That's gonna translate to the players. I mean, Georgie, Kova, these guys that we had, Werner, Mount, they all really admire Thomas Tuchel. Thiago Silva as well, absolutely love him. He changed Rudiger from a mid player to become world class in just a few. So another reason why I also want Thomas Tuchel back is because he had his heart here at Chelsea. He loved being here. He stood up for us on the most difficult circumstances when Bowman got his club taken away from him by the UK government, and he got faced with so many difficult questions. He said he was going to be a Chelsea manager no matter what. He was going to drive us with a bus or a 6-seat car if he had to games. So he really showed that he wanted to be here. He connected with the Chelsea fans. He wear the badge with pride. Can you really say that Pochettino has done it when he has arrived here? Well, it's not even close. He hasn't even shown 1% of pride when he's wearing the Chelsea badge. These are my reasons why I would hope and pray that Tuchel could become our next manager, and that the owners can swallow their pride and admit they made a mistake. Now, are they going to do that? Probably not, but hey, I still want to believe that, even if it's literally impossible. Because I think he's the one we need to reunite the fan base and take us to where we need to be. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, and let me know your thoughts. Would you bring back Thomas Tuchel if that was possible? Do you think we should look into some other gaffers? Let me know that, and thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys, and I'm out. Peace.